So in this section of Hacking the American Dream, we're going to talk about pulling the lists of the kinds of properties that you identified as being what you want and where you want. And we're going to try to help you get it for the price that you want. So this is where you're going to have to start to spend a little bit of money. So the tool that I recommend that you use to pull your mailing lists, as well as to figure out what this stuff is actually worth, is a tool called PropStream. Now, we do have what's called an affiliate link that I'm going to drop down below. I'm being transparent with you guys throughout this entire thing. How an affiliate link works, if you use it, I get a small commission. If you've gone through this course and you don't feel like you're getting value out of it, just don't use it. Don't support us, right? Go to them and don't tell them we sent you and we don't get paid for it. That being said, the only reason I'm recommending them, it's what we've used in our investment business and what our clients have used to generate over $60 million worth of profit. My rule of thumb, I will only endorse something if I'm actively using it and it's generating a profit for me. One nice thing with PropStream, they're like $97, $99 a month. That allows you to export out up to 10,000 records, which is likely way more than you'll need to get your family into their dream home. So this is propstream.com. As we mentioned, we do have an affiliate link for them, which if you want to support us, great, you can use it. We get a small commission. If you're not getting value out of this, just don't tell them we sent you. We have a free 7-day free trial, same thing they offer you. So you'd simply go through, create an account, and that lets you play around with it for a week. So when you log in, I'm going to show you what this looks like and how to use it so you can pull your initial list. So here we are inside PropStream. I'm going to show you how to punch in your buy box information to figure out exactly who you want to market to. So to start, you're going to enter your county, city, or your zip codes. One thing to note, you can do up to 5 zip codes separated by commas. If you want to get really, really specific, like I need to be in this neighborhood, when you zoom in a bunch, they also have a map search tool that I'll show you here in a second. So let's say, just for the sake of this, that you want to be in Wildwood, Missouri. I've actually decided if I ever move back to the Midwest, I'm from St. Louis, Wildwood is where I'd want to buy a house. So we can see there's 14,000 records here. You're going to live in this little filter box. Now, I'm going to try to go through this pretty slow. You're going to have to poke around in it a little bit. But the first thing we're going to do is click on this property characteristic dropdown. Now, if you're that young, trendy, working professional, and this is a downtown hip area and you want a condo, you're going to pick that. If you're looking for a duplex or a triplex, maybe you're going to live in one unit and rent the other out, or have your in-laws live with you or something, right? You could do that. But let's just do single family for the sake of this conversation. You can now see we have some of these other areas that we've talked about. So let's say you want a minimum of 3 bedrooms. You want a minimum of 2 baths, right? If it's me, I'm looking for a minimum square footage of probably like 2,000. My first house was 1,200 square feet, but I've got a family and kid and work from home and stuff. But put in kind of what you need there. So here we have number of stories. So like we talked about, well, what if you can't go upstairs? So you do say a maximum of 1. That cuts out anything that's got a second story, right? You can even get into like, is it in an HOA or not? Some people love HOA neighborhoods. Some people hate them. Pick which you are. You can even get into things like school districts and things of that nature. I would likely, if it's me and I'm looking in this particular area, I know where it is. I want to be on around 3 acres or more. An acre is like 36,000 square feet. So that's like, a little over 3 acres. So we can see in my instance, just from that criteria I put in, without narrowing anything down at all, and Wildwood's a pretty big area, there's 1,100 records. So these would be the properties that match my buy box. They're where I want, the kind of property that I want. Time to figure out if I can buy one of them at the price that I want. So I would simply check this box here, click add to lists, create new, and call this, I use the abbreviation HTAD, Hacking the American Dream, and click save. You then come over here into your, well, I'll just do it real quick to show you guys. So give it a second to save. So we can see here that it's saved. So we're now going to go over to My Properties, and we've got a ton of lists in here. So I'm just going to search HTAD, Hacking the American Dream. If you're not an abbreviation buff, we can see this entire list. So this is super cool. So it's going to show us who owns what, all kinds of info here. Do they live there or not? What did they pay for it? Beds, baths, square footage, if they have loans on it, estimated value, interest rates, all kinds of stuff, right? All we're going to do to contact these people is check this box here, click export, and that's what you send Ballpoint to do the mail for you. Or you can go through and literally handwrite each of these 1,100 people letters yourself. I wouldn't recommend it, but do what you want to do. Now, just a quick disclaimer that we kind of covered earlier on like intro stuff in Hacking the American Dream. We're not taking advantage of people that are in foreclosure, on their deathbed, seniors, anything like that, right? We're marketing to the kind of property that we want. Now, there are ways that we can niche that down, right? So like somebody who owns the house, but they don't live there, we call that an absentee owner. They're more likely to sell. Similarly, somebody that has liens on their house might be more willing to sell, like if it's vacant, just sitting there. Somebody that has a property that's vacant might be more willing to sell it. I'm personally not a big fan of doing marketing to properties that are, say, like in pre-foreclosure. It's not that I don't want to help them. It's not that I think it's like predatory or anything like that. Again, I believe people can do whatever they want with their stuff. If someone makes them an offer and they like it and take it, awesome. If they both think it's a win-win, awesome, right? At the end of the day, what matters is who was involved in the transaction and are they happy with it or not? Was it mutually beneficial? That being said, in my experience, the ones that have stuff going on, right? Divorce, there was a death in the family, it's in pre-foreclosure, they just had to do eviction. Oftentimes those can pan out for us as investors, probably even more for you guys as families because you can pay a higher premium. The downside to that is that drama does spill out, right? In my experience, nobody ends up with a house that needs a bunch of work that's empty from life just going great. So just be aware of that.